Hey kids, here's Whitey Ford, ace pitcher for the world champion Yankees. Here on his day off, he shows you the secret of Major League pitching with the original Wiffle ball. It's the ball with the holes on one side. You throw it just like a baseball. It curves, and it's so safe. You can bat or throw it anywhere, indoors or out.
The ball was actually invented in a town called Fairfield, where my dad grew up and where my grandparents lived that was 1953. To go back a little farther to tell you how my grandfather got where he was, he grew up on a farm in Massachusetts. He was a good baseball player. Always had a desire to do something for himself and work in his own business. So here he was 45, out of a job. He saw my dad and his buddies in the backyard playing a game with a little plastic golf ball and a broomstick. They were playing this game all the time. They'd spend all day doing this. At the same time, my grandfather was leaving in the morning, going to look for a job, coming home, seeing these kids playing. They were occupied all the time with it. There was a company here in Connecticut, and they packaged one of their products in a ball that kind of popped apart. So you got a bunch of these samples, and they could work with cutting different designs. They could add weight to one side. It was all trial and error, and the design that they came up with the 8 oblong holes, worked the best. The ball would curve, you could control it, wasn't gonna be breaking windows. Things were looking good. So my grandfather said, all right, this is it. He took a mortgage out on the house, borrowed some money from family and friends, and started the company. That's how we got here. Basically, a wiffle ball starts out as polyethylene pellets. That gets fed into an injection molder. The material gets heated, mixed, and then injected into a mold. The mold opens up and the finished halves come out. From there, those halves are loaded into our sealing equipment, and through pressure and time, the finished ball is produced. It's pretty straightforward, but there's a lot to be particular about to make a good product. People ask, I can't tell you how many. It's a lot. It's millions and millions of balls a year, and that's about as close as we can pin it down for you.
Watch Jimmy curve the ball. Johnny's learned too. So pitch and bat like a big leaguer with the original wiffle ball and bat.
It's a game that you can make your own as far as how you play. And I think that's what I enjoy about it the most. It's a great game. It's competitive as you want it to be. It's as laid back, and you can have your family picnic and just be out there pitching and hitting and having fun. Or you can be really competitive about it and really be out for the win. And anywhere in between. We're always going to be here for the kids starting out. If we can help those little kids move along from wiffle ball to t-ball to baseball to high school to college, beyond, that's awesome. I run into people, meet them at a party or whatever, get talking, hey, what do you do? And when I tell them, I start off with, well, I can make toys. And they're like, well, what kind of toys? I'm like, well, do you ever play wiffle ball? Everybody's got a great story. They smile, they really smile. You can see it in their face, in their eyes. It makes me feel good that we put something together that brings people that kind of happiness.